Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to RickyVillaTV. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell thingy, and share if you want to. Eugene, Simon, lovely to see you. How are we on this? Well, it's a sunny Saturday afternoon in the Netherlands. It looks quite sunny in Stockton, and I can't see what the weather's like in Malaysia.
It's Sunday. Wait, it's Sunday, right? Not Saturday. Yeah, it's Sunday. But the weather in Malaysia is a bit.
Did I say Saturday?
Yeah, you did say Saturday. I was telling Simon, right? We having a bit weird weather here. What called? The weather department announced that we're gonna have a hot and dry season coming in, but it's always raining every day. So the skies have turned gray again. So I guess it's gonna start to rain soon.
Yeah, but how warm is it?
Oh, wait, when we are hot, we are not warm here, we're hot. There's no such thing as warm here, Jens.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's humid, is it?
Yeah, hot, humid, and wet. Right.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. That's just how I like my women. If you're watching, so sorry. Simon, how's it going up there in Stockton?
Yeah, it is just like how I like my women, cold and grey. What does that mean? I don't even know. Does that mean dead? I don't know.
Not responsive. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm in a great mood. Went out to an amazing gig last night. Shout out to Michael Gallagher, amazing musician. Packed out venue. I was right at the front in the mosh pit. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Feeling it this morning, not from a hangover, but just like aching all over from being bashed into and thrown around and all that. So it's all good. And then looking forward to today. It's gonna be an exciting day. One of the best games of the season coming up with Villa, and then Spurs women in the FA Cup quarterfinals. So
who are they playing?
Man City.
Okay. Oh, that's going to be a difficult one.
Yeah, it's usually difficult in the league with them. But you know me, I'm an optimist, so I'm gonna go for a win. 2-1,
absolutely. I think. Yeah, nice to see you, Mark. Big up, all. Yeah. Very, very true. We should be talking about Dr. Evil a little bit later, about the shit show that he's managed to manufacture this week. But first, let's talk about the big match today. The one where we're both going for fourth place. I don't think it will be decided today, but after losing to them at home, we really need a result here. So, Villa versus Spurs. Going to put my predicted lineup out. Vicario, Porro, Simon's man, VDV, Romero, Udogie, Bentancur, Bissouma, Werner, Maddison, Kulu, and Son. What do you reckon, guys? Any changes to that, do you think?
I'm not sure about Bissouma.
Yeah. Who are they going to play instead?
I think Sarr instead of Bissouma, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Well, I thought I'll take out Bentancur and put in Sarr.
Yeah?
Right. Yeah, I look.
What do you reckon, Kev? Doesn't matter if we can't see your pretty face, mate. Welcome anyway. Just
okay, then I'll do it blind, shall we say?
Just talk. Yeah, that's all good.
Okay.
What do you think about the predicted lineup there?
I've only seen half the banner.
Okay.
Carry on for a moment.
Yeah.
Porro, yes. VDV, yes. Romero, yes. Bentancur, Bissouma. Werner, Maddison, Kulu, Son.
What do you reckon? Would you put Johnson in? Would you put Sarr in?
There's a lot of talk about that this morning, dropping Kulu. So I don't know. It's not exactly like for like because they're different. You know, I don't know, but you caught me on the hop there, really. But
sorry,
I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it at all. You know, but it depends whether Kulu feels all right about it because you don't want him getting the hump. No, I think you'd be all right because everyone seems to be talking that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I didn't really change it, but now looking at that, I think you've got to put Sarr in. This is only a predicted lineup. It's not the lineup.
Very true, yeah.
It might actually, instead of Osimhen, Sarr might come in instead of Bentancur.
Yeah. But the thing is that let's hope Sarr has gotten over his back issues. That's the only thing, right? But I don't think, he's got a bit of back issue, so he might still be on the bench, right? And the thing is that even with Porro, if he's not up to what we hope that he'll be there, my fear is that Emerson might start again, because he might not want to risk Porro straight away. And the thing about Johnson is that I will rather use Johnson. He's been doing quite well as a super sub, so I'd rather keep him at that position at the moment. Because to tell the truth, with Villa playing on Thursday, right? I guess Johnson will come in maybe in the 60th, 70th minute, put in that pace, and while Villa is trying to do their semi-high line kind of, line that we can go beyond, right? So no Dyer, that's a start there.
Always a good start with no Dyer.
Yeah. Oh, dude, did you see that interview, or did you hear about? Did you read about it? Yeah. Wow.
He's now. We've got rid of him completely now, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
They've triggered it, and apparently he's been playing quite well. And so, good luck to the fella. I think he's a nice bloke. I just don't think he's good enough for what we want to do.
Yeah, but guys, have you not thought of it, right? If Dyer didn't leave and Dragusin actually went to Bayern Munich, most probably Dragusin will be playing there now.
In the Champions League. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know whether that's a good thing for the Dragon, or but hopefully he gets. A look into the last few games that we have. I really want to see how he performs.
He'll get his chance, I think. Maybe, unfortunately, there's no cups left. But I think he will get his chance, because that Romero will get booked and probably get suspended. And I think the way that Mickey plays, injuries are kind of a given, because he gives 110% and he's sprinting all over that field all the time. So, I think he will get his chance. To be honest, looking at him in the first couple of games, it's like, man, we're not playing WWF, we're playing football. Because he's kind of, it's a bit physical, isn't he? But then again, he'll learn. He's only a youngster. And I think we got a good one on our hands there. Not 100% sure about his agent, because he seems like a complete mouthy twat. But we shall see. Okay, so the Villa team news. Ramsey, Buendia, and Mings are still out. Mings has been out for the season. Buendia has been out for a while. Ramsey just is doubtful. So the predicted lineup for them is Martinez. Sorry. Konsa at right back. Longley and Torres, central defenders. Moreno left back. Bailey right midfield. McGinn and Luis in the middle. Rogers on the left. Tielemans as attacking midfielder, which I'm not sure if this app is correct, and Watkins up front. Who do you think is going to cause us the most problems there?
Yes, is that a predicted lineup or the actual lineup?
That's a predicted lineup. And as I said, I'm not sure this app is always particularly good. They had Tielemans up front yesterday, or during the week against Ajax. So I don't think they're always on point, but it's still a very decent team. Longley and Torres. If we had someone like Harry Kane, I reckon we'd romp it. Yeah. Because we've got Son in the middle, I'm not 100% sure. Because Longley and Torres are both relatively slow. But then again, they're both quite tall. So, yeah, I'm a bit undecided, as usual. So, Kev, what do you reckon?
Well, their main man is supposed to be Konzai, or Konzai, whatever his name is. He's supposed to be the hard man of the team. So, I'm a bit worried about him. They're raving about him. So
he's a Spurs fan as well.
Is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think he started at Palace or somewhere, didn't he? And, I've heard he's a Spurs fan. No, sorry, he started at Charlton. So South London boy. Then he was at Brentford, and then he went to Villa.
It could be the one.
But yeah, he's a London boy, and I've heard that he's a Tottenham fan. And I have to say, I would have been kind of happy to sign him. He's 26 years old now, though. So maybe that's not the type of player who will.
Good for him, no.
No.
Yeah.
But what do you reckon, Eugene?
Based on that lineup, right? Number one, I think whether our Clement Longley from our previous loan experience, right, will be actually playing. If he does, then maybe we can pick out his weaknesses, right?
And there's a lot.
Yeah. My fear is that depending on how they set up, because the thing with Unai Emery, right, he's the type of manager that adapts to his opponents. You get what I'm saying? And he's been seeing how teams low blockers and counter attackers, and we lose it. I mean, and they win or whatever, right? Let's see how he plays. But I doubt being home, he will play the low block against us. He will still have to come out. But unless if they score the first goal, right? If they get the first goal, then most probably they will low block us until the whatever ends comes to it. And furthermore, they might have an eye on the next week because they still have to tread past Ajax in the Europa League, right? So how intense and the amount of energy that the Villa players going to throw into this game, I'm not sure, because if I'm not mistaken, the Ajax game ended up 0-0, right?
Yes.
Was it 1-1?
I watched it.
Game. Yeah.
I watched it with my
was Villa pulling their punches, or
Well, they played a very weak team. Well, I wouldn't say a very weak team, but they played. They made about 4 or 5 changes.
Yeah.
So, and then when it wasn't going their way, because I think they strolled past Ajax, because I'm sure that a lot of people know that Ajax are not having their best season. But Ajax actually played pretty well. And towards the end of the game, they Villa put on their big hitters, but they still couldn't get past them. So I can't see Ajax beating Villa at Villa. But then again, I've looked back through Villa's home form recently, and it hasn't been good.
Yeah.
I've missed that wallpaper.
And Kev, where are the vested virgins?
Yeah. I'm saving it for later.
Well, that was a bit of an anti-climax. Can we go back to not having a camera, Kev?
We were expecting something exciting, Kev.
Sorry, everything's gone wrong. I laid in bed till 10 o'clock and then it all went downhill from there. Bang.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Legs okay? Yep.
Yeah, more physio in the week, but not too bad.
Oh, good stuff. Glad to hear it.
Bailey's fit. I guess Bailey should be fit, right?
Is Bailey fit? I wasn't aware that he was injured.
I mean,
did he play? Did he play on Thursday?
No, I don't think he did.
No, Torres.
Was he brought on Thursday? I guess maybe.
Oh yes, sorry, he came on as substitute. About the 70th minute or something like that. Let me just double check.
The thing is, with Bailey and Watkins, I think they're the best in terms of scoring goals. They're the best partnership for scoring goals.
At the moment,
they scored 7 goals as a combination, as a pair, which is more than anybody else has seen.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't mean they're the best, because obviously the season's not over. But I think the combination of them two and McGinn is where the danger's going to lie. But we'd know that, we'd know that. And I think Villa are going to come out and try and do what they did, last time when they beat us at our place. And we'll be ready for that. And, it's something we work on, and we're a different team now, because obviously we've got Werner in now, and we've got fit players, unfit players that are back firing on all cylinders, hopefully. So, I think it'll be more difficult for them. I think the thing with them, as we saw last time, they're dirty, dirty bastards. So they are the more frustrated they get, the more they're gonna kick out, and depending on which referee we get, hopefully we'll get more free kicks and all that kind of thing, which doesn't mean it's going to be free flowing football, unfortunately, more stop start, but hopefully with the right referee, it will mean we'll win, because that's all they'll be able to do. Same with Palace, when they got frustrated, all they could do was just foul us all day or dive. So hopefully it will be that. But the optimist, as the resident optimist here, I'm gonna hope for. Well, we'll do predictions later.
We haven't done the predictions yet. Chris Kavanagh, referee today.
Can't remember.
Is he that bad? I can't really remember. The referees sort of, you know that when you get Michael Oliver or what's the other guy called? I can't remember, but you're going to get nothing. But Chris Kavanagh, I don't really recall having that many problems with him. But yeah, there we go. I've just jinxed it, haven't I? No, but Leon Bailey came on in the 63rd minute on Thursday. I am not aware if he's been injured after that. So unfortunately, he probably will play, because he's as Simon said, he's been one of their best players this year. So
But what I think is that if they have their full attacking lineup up, right, VDV's job is going to be really cut out for him. You know what I'm saying? And especially if we play the high line, right? So let's hope that it won't be too strenuous on VDV, right? But one thing is good is that at least Udogie is back. So because whenever I've seen lately, right? Yeah, Spora and Udogie is back. And whenever nowadays I see Romero and VDV goes up very high, they end up getting like in midfield or in the center. I mean, in the mid part of the opponent's half, and usually it's either Udogie or someone who else, right? Udogie actually guards the defense part whenever they run up. So let's see whether there'll be a slight, changes there. Maybe he might have to keep VDV back and let Udogie go up more. So,
well, I think this is where the importance of Sarr plays. Because he can be, because the midfield, controlling the midfield there and stopping their counter attacks is going to be key. And he can do the Bugs Bunny thing. He can be absolutely everywhere. He can be 1 second up the top, providing great link and play for a chance, and then 2.3 seconds later he can be stopping a cross from them, and it's brilliant for that. And again, obviously the issues are with his back. Which he's had since the AFCON. So it's I think I saw this week that it's better. So maybe I think he might start, but then depending on how he goes on, and I think Andrew just said to him, just go and see how you feel. If you last 60 minutes and it starts twinging, then we'll get you off.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll be 2-0 up by then, and then we can. What Mark said.
Yeah. Going back to the game at White Hart Lane or the Tottenham Stadium or whatever we call it these days, we were all over them until Cash went in on Bentancur. Now, I've heard a lot of I don't think that he's I heard from someone the other day that he's not the type of person who's going to go out there and try and end someone's career, but he fouls a lot. And I can't stand the guy, to be honest. But
he's done the same to Doherty, so
and there was
for half a season.
There was one other player as well. Apparently, I heard there were 3 players that he's nobbled.
And I think there's one more at Spurs. I think it's Doherty and Bentancur that we are aware of. I think Cash. The problem is that he goes in recklessly and a bit too hard. So that actually becomes a problem. But honestly, to tell the truth, right? But the thing is that
was old style football. Maybe not so much.
I mean, talk about Vinnie Jones, right? Terry Butcher, right? Remember, I was telling you, right? Where's the blood?
At Van den Hal.
Where's the blood, right? But no, like Ange did say in his interview, right? The game is not about Medicash, right? The game is about winning, right?
Yeah.
And like a lot of us know that if we beat them, right, and it doesn't matter what cash does, right? But let's hope. Only thing is that let's hope, like what Simon says, right? Somehow or another, we see Villa nowadays. They play the game. They're like the mildly Wimbledon kind of football style where they go in, right, and they do crunch you when they go at you. So let's see whether the refs will actually do something about it and prevent all that heavy tackles going in, or reckless tackles going in and all that from Villa. And to tell the truth, we have our Romero doing the same thing too. So that's what I fear, is that if Cash tries to winds up someone and Romero takes that heat, right, and he can't control himself, most probably he might go in for Cash. Right? So,
no, I disagree with that, because that used to be true maybe half a season ago, but he's matured so much, Romero, now.
Hopefully.
He's had loads of opportunities since. And I don't know if someone's had a word with him or he's done it all himself, but he's really kind of like disciplined himself. And the same with the others as well. He's not the only one that goes in hard and stuff. So I think that'd be good early on if the ref gets his yellow cards out for Villa early doors. Then obviously that pins them back and tones them down a bit, and then hopefully we see that and we take advantage of that. That's the thing. It's all about the confidence and mentality. And again, as I said before, tempo. What we're good at is not only those passing moves, but the timing of it and changing gear. We can change gear better than anybody. When you look at who we've got at the back, and it's happened last week as well with Vicario and Van der Ven. Both the goals against Palace came from defenders that are quick, determined, and passionate about getting the ball up the pitch. All right, Son's goal was a little bit of a ricochet and pinball, but it was determination from pushing forward that got it through. And same with Brennan Johnson picking up that ball from defence and being determined to go through with it. If we do the thing that you guys have talked about before, where we're just passing it around, looking for an opening, prodding, probing, then Villa are going to take advantage of that like they did last time. That's the problem.
I don't think we'll do that away from home.
No.
I'm not sure that we'll get the chance, because I think that Villa will come at us. I don't think they'll sit back. Unai Emery is known for attacking football.
That's what I'm saying. If Villa scores that first goal, right, then if they do sit back, then I just don't want us to play that horseshoe football again that goes you again, right? That's why I don't want, you see. But if Villa still doesn't score that goal, right, and if they go up high and we have the capabilities of going behind them, right, so that will, something like what the Son goal, when Palace pushed up to get the equalizer, that Johnson passed, broke the midfield, and Son just ran into it and scored the goal to show Werner how that's how you do it, right? So I guess at this moment in time, all we can do is just try to visualize or just try to see first of all, to tell the truth, the formation, what Ange is going to put up, the formation, what Emery is going to put up. Villa has played on Thursday. We are supposed to be fresher, right? So will we come out and go at them first, or are they going to come out and come at us? You see? So, but the point is that we've seen the past few games, right? We have possession, but we don't actually don't go at the teams, So, and if Villa is cynical with Ollie Watkins being at the moment, actually England's main top striker at the moment. I mean, if you don't count Harry Kane in the Premier League, Watkins is the main goal scorer for England, right?
Yeah.
So, so that's my fear there. Like you were saying, Bailey, McGinn, Watkins,
Luis as well. Luis has scored God knows how many goals in the last.
So that's the fear I have, because with Luis, and of course you have Medicash, right, in the midfield and all that, when they're running it with the velocity that they have, will our players be able to stand up against them? The thing is that we do have Bissouma, and the other person who got all yellow cards was Bissouma. Remember, yellow, red, double yellow, red, and yellow, and suspensions all the way. So that's why I see even Bissouma has toned down on his game. That's why we haven't seen him actually being the Bissouma in the first 10 games. When he was strong and aggressive, he took on his players and he wasn't afraid. But after that accumulation of yellow cards that he collected, I think maybe someone has had a word with him, and after going off to AFCON and catching malaria. I do see the old Bissouma slowly coming back in that Palace game. I did see a bit of that when he was strong at certain periods of time. Yeah, let's see how it goes.
I read a very good point on Spurs community, Kev, that someone said, "Oh yeah, we're everybody goes on about this myth of we've had extra time to rest, etc., etc." But I think it's the other way around. If you're in match mode, whereas the other team has been sat around not doing anything, then it does make it. It's not as easy as people seem to think. Oh, they've had a rest; they should walk over these guys because they'll be tired. The guy said we've played. I can't remember how many matches it was. 39 or something like that this season, and Villa have played 49. And he thinks, this person thinks that, you're in match mode, so the players are like, right, I'm going to play through the tiredness, whereas our guys have been sort of, I wouldn't say relaxing, but only training and having practice matches, etc., which is nothing like a normal match. So I can see both sides of the argument. What do you guys think about that?
I think your figures are right. I think it's 29 games, I think, possibly. And 39, I reckon, because they're only, I think, I'm not picking on you, you know what I mean? But,
that's fine. That's all good. I like being picked on. I got married, so.
Yeah, snap. Yeah.
We're used to
it. Excuse me.
But what do you think, Kev? Is there any truth in that? Do you think that's the case, or
it seemed to affect us, didn't it? When we, all those, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when we were in the UEFAs and everything, we always got the jet lag, travel lag, you name it. Even if we went to France or Belgium or somewhere like that and came back, it seemed to carry on to the next game, didn't it? It always did, so heavy legs or whatever, I don't know. But
Ange answered that particular question about having a rest week. He said he much preferred to be playing. And he said it's much better for our players to keep the momentum going and everything. And he obviously knows the players better than anybody. So, I think it's a myth, isn't it? We should have had the stats on it, shouldn't we? It's, somebody's got to have compiled the stats on that somewhere. Does having a rest week, look at the results afterwards and all that kind of stuff for different teams. But it is momentum and consistency, especially. I agree with Andrew. I think now we're starting to get those players that have been out for a long time. Now we're starting to get them back. Momentum and not having a rest is key to match fitness and getting them back in and getting them back to as best as they were. Especially probably Bentancur at the minute. I think Maddison's almost back. Firing all cylinders. Bentancur isn't. He's been back longer than Maddison as well. So, Bentancur is a bit of a worry. That's why I don't think he'll play. I think Sarr will take his place, hopefully. It depends.
Don't you think he needs to play to get his confidence back?
Yeah, but the thing he's been played so many games before this, right? Before actually Maddison been coming back, right? And his performances has been a bit weird. That's what I've been saying in the past previous shows, right? I'm not sure whether Maddison and Bentancur can play at the same time, you see. So maybe there's some clash there, right? But what I'm saying is that we are not even talking about that 1 week break, right? About a week ago, we had a 2-week break, right? And so all this break accumulates. And then I think what Ange has been saying, right? You need that momentum to go on. Unless you're saying that from start of the season, we were involved in the Cups, in Europe, and, and it's now more or less coming to the end of the season. Maybe we need a week rest for the players to actually regain some breath just to go ahead. But the problem now is that we haven't had any of those things going on this whole season, right? first, I mean not say first round, right? Our first game in the Carabao Cup, we get knocked out, right? Our second game in the FA Cup, of course, that is against.
That was the first as well.
Yeah, we got knocked. Yeah, we got knocked out, right? So when it comes to now, honestly, it should be our advantage, but somehow or another, we've seen what's been happening in the past 5 games or so that, somehow or another, instead of our players being more energetic than the other teams, our players seems to be more lackluster. But don't forget, we still have the plus that during the international tournaments for Son, Bissouma, and Sarr, plus the injuries, plus the suspensions, right? I still feel like our squad now we don't have squad depth. Right? We all know that. Kev, you've been saying, right? Why were we like that in the past? And we've been like that all the while because we don't have that squad depth where whoever is tired can be replaced. Remember last season when Conte used to play the same 11 for the whole game? Yeah. So it's there to see. We know that, right? But at least this season we are slowly seeing transition, right, of the quality of our squad overall is moving up slightly. That's all as I see it. And kudos to Brennan Johnson being a super sub. I don't mind Brennan Johnson being a super sub. If every time he comes on for the last 20, 30 minutes, right, he gets an assist, he scores a goal, that would be brilliant. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But the problem is that we can't play Johnson from the start. You understand? Because everybody will be as fit and as energetic as him from the start. And by the time, when he gets tired, he tires along with everyone. So I guess that's the quality of our bench at the moment. If Brennan Johnson is a good super sub, continue using him as a super sub.
I think we've got, going back to the squad depth thing, I think we have half decent depth in the wing areas. Central midfield as well. I know a lot of people slag off Højbjerg and Skip, but I think they're half decent depth. Unless you're Manchester City or you're Liverpool, you're not going to get a world-class player to sit on the bench. But definitely at centre-back now, we've got Dragusin, but it's the wing-backs that really need concentration. And I also think up front, because Richarlison blows so hot and cold. And Sonny's not really a centre forward, but he can perform there. So it still needs a lot of work, but I think it's a lot better than we've had before. I'll be very interested. I read an article about Jed Spence, where is he? Genoa. And he's saying that he wants to come back to Tottenham. Now, I don't think the guy was given a decent chance at Spurs. I don't think he's got a great attitude. But what do we think? Could he be the backup at right back instead of Royale? We keep Royale as backup at left back.
Well, we just don't know. That's the thing. We just absolutely don't know. I mean, the 2 or 3 times that he came on as sub for like the last 5-10 minutes, he played really well. Looked great. I know he did up here in my backyard here from Middlesbrough. Did really well there. But there seems to be something going on behind the scenes there that he just wasn't given a chance. It'd be, Andrew's always said everybody's got a clean slate. Everybody's got the chance to impress and everything. I think it's good that he's saying that because it signals that he wants to come back. Let's make it happen. Let's, it's hard, isn't it? Because I feel bad for slagging off Royale because he's done well recently, especially in the last game.
Goal involvement,
But
you just, I suppose that's the thing with a squad player.
Simon, I'm going to ask you a question, right? Do you think Spence's quality is at the level of Royale's quality? But you say going forward, right? I'm sure Spence is better than Royale. But when you talk about defending, will he be better than Royale? That's my question.
We just don't know.
For me, I will let both of them go, get a new one. Get 2 more new ones.
I'd trade you Spence and Emerson for. Yeah, that'd be good. I mean, it would be great to have Porro, some competition for Porro there. Because it'd make him even better than what he is already, and he's absolutely perfect as he is. So it'd be great to have that, and also as cover as well. You could have both on at the same time as cover for each other. When one's going forward, the other's covering defense, vice versa. So,
and especially next season, if you're playing more games, I'm saying, in Europe and the cups and all that, and then give Ange quality to rotate or just give them a breather along the way. So
I'm sure we can have faith in our amazing chairman to fork out for the
Yeah.
There's only one Daniel Leave. Sorry.
Sorry, Eugene. Sorry, Eugene. You're okay.
Okay, guys. Let's move on. Score prediction today.
4-2 Villa.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
So I'll stick with 3-1, my usual 3-1 for us, please.
Yep.
Not for us. 4-2 Spurs. I'm not saying that just it's going to feel like I'm having a go at Eugene now, but I don't really think I was going to say 4-2 earlier when I nearly slipped up with it. I think it's going to be a cracking game.
No, I'm just trying to, Okay, I think I'm going to go for 1-1.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man! I'm almost 50. I'm boring.
Yeah.
I've got slippers on, so
I've got this on.
That makes you look kind of suave and debonair, though, Eugene. So,
it covers all the bald spots, so it's good.
Well, at least I'm not the only optimist this week. That's good.
That's good. Something I saw on Match of the Day yesterday, which I think is absolutely taking a piss. The Man United penalty.
Oh, I haven't got around to that yet. I'm still focusing on the old how lucky Arsenal were to win.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. We can talk about Havertz as well, who should have been sent off. But Garnacho goes into the penalty area. Tarkowski catches his foot. Garnacho goes over, penalty. Last week, I can't remember who the defender was, catches Werner's foot exactly the same. If you compare the two, that was exactly the same. Nothing. Go to VAR. Oh, no, not giving it. Do you think that Jurgen, the German's rant is still affecting us with VAR this season?
Yeah.
Or at this point of the season?
It's affecting us, and it's also benefiting him because he's got what he wanted. He gets all the decisions his way as well.
Isn't that just pathetic?
They're frightened of him.
They're frightened of him. Why would they be frightened of?
See, this is why, again, you need to change the whole system, right? We're doing away completely with the way it is at the moment. Basically, all you have is a monitor at the side of the pitch for every single game, and obviously you have a team that controls every single replay. You have better angles, better replays, and quicker ones. And all you do, like each manager for every game has a set number of challenges that they can do. So every bench now, you see that they've got the screens in the bench, and they can see it back straight away. Yeah. If they think, like let's use our example of Werner's foot getting trodden on. If the team on the bench think and Ange thinks that, like, actually, that's a penalty because we can see it from that angle, throw a challenge flag in, put a challenge in. You're allowed a certain number per game. So, like, that's a penalty. If that happened the same, in the midfield around the centre spot, for example, and he's definitely should on him, but it's not, we're not going to get an advantage. No, that's right, we won't challenge that. That one we challenge. We use up one of our challenges on it. Referee has to go over and look at the monitor. And, we put forward, we think that the reason for this is because from this angle, he's trodden on it. You can see it there. Referee sees it, right? Yeah, penalty. There you go. Yeah. So it doesn't mean anybody else making a decision.
I'm going to counter that, right?
Accountable for what he's doing on the pitch. Fuck the bloody VAR for hundreds of bloody miles away. It's got nothing to do with them. They're not there. They're crap at their job. It's been proven beyond fact that they're crap at their job. Remember the whole fucking debacle where the audio was released? Remember that? Fuck me. Yeah.
No,
it's literally between the manager and the referee on the pitch, and obviously the monitor. Simple as that.
I'm going to be more controversial on this issue, right? Because what I see, right, it's corruption, right? Narrative.
You're probably right.
Right. And to tell the truth, right, because it's the Man U penalty and our penalty cry, right? It's the same scenario, but the consistency isn't there. Why is the consistency isn't there? It's because somebody wants to control a narrative. You get what I'm saying?
Or they're just shit at their job, Eugene. They're just shit at their job.
Or both. You get what I'm saying? They're shit at a job and they want to control the narrative. So they make a lot of mistakes along the way. And in the end of the day, you can't blame one person. And the thing is that if you're going to blame the whole collective, right, then the shout for VAR should end. But for me, I'm a supporter of VAR. But the problem is that I'm a supporter of VAR when VAR is used properly. Right? Used intelligently, right? And doesn't seem so biased or corrupt. You get what I'm saying? So even if you use that, the three challenges point, no matter how, the decision in the end of the day will still go back to the referee. So we'll still go back to the people who's watching the screens, right, to make that decision for the challenge. And if they think that they want that narrative to be done, you won't get the correct decision.
Yeah, but we're more likely to get a correct decision if it comes down to that way I've just been speaking about, because he's there. He's not some faceless twat hiding behind a screen hundreds of miles away who can make a crap decision
with a Liverpool shirt on,
or corrupt. Whether it's corrupt, whether they're crap, it doesn't matter. They just can and then carry on with the game. I've just made a decision that's clearly wrong, either because I'm corrupt or crap. But you've got no chance to actually look me in the face because I'm hidden away. This way, the referees has to come away from that monitor and has to give he goes back over to the manager and says, "I've not given this because X, Y, and Z."
No, I know, but Simon, haven't you not noticed? Haven't you not noticed, right? Whatever is being called out now, right, is the call of VAR if there is a clear and obvious error. So now the thing is that if the referee doesn't blow for a penalty, right, but if you take the slow motion, it looks like a penalty, right? And when VAR looks at it, right, it is a penalty. And then they are, let's say, inept or corrupt, right? They'll go, okay, it's not a penalty, right? So they want a certain narrative. So they won't tell the referee, go to the monitors to have a look. But why doesn't the referee, right, break that rule? If there is a VAR check on any video or anything, just get the referee to go and have a look.
Yes, exactly.
Simple as that. Yeah. The VAR job, right, is not to make the decision whether the referee has the right to go and look at the screen. Because overall, in the end, right, the decision should be the referees on the field, not the person like 100 kilometers away in Stockton or Stockley Park or whatever, right?
Stockton? They're in Simon's house.
I'll find the bastards. Where are you? Where are you?
Right? But it is what it is. I still believe VAR has got its good if people use it for good, right? I mean, it's like Spider-Man, right? Yeah, with powers, with great powers come great responsibility. So, yeah.
Well, I might as well just come out and say Eugene's just outed me there. I am VAR. It's all me. He's just outed me.
It's all your fault.
I thought you could keep
all your fault.
The amount of times you hear on a Monday morning in the Monday morning press and you say, yeah, that shouldn't have been a penalty. It's now proven it shouldn't have been a penalty. We apologise or something like that, and it's too late then. It's water under the bridge, it's gone. And tough shit.
That's my whole beef with it, Kev. It's like the lack of consequences for bad referees.
Yeah.
Whereas consequences, obviously, for the team, is millions of pounds lost.
No, Simon, you know what's the consequences for bad refereeing? Go to the VAR room.
That's probably it. Then they can get the revenge, can't they?
Oh dear.
There's too much money involved. There's too much pressure on the referees. Obviously, referees make mistakes, etc. And so you have to expect that VAR will make mistakes. But I would prefer to go back to just the referee and the linesman actually making a decision. Whereas these days, it's all like linesman keeps his flag down until the referee does something. The referee's thinking, "Oh fuck, what are VAR going to do?" It's just there needs to be some kind of clarity and some kind of consistency, and I can't see that happening because the whole Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, everything, it's all about money now. So you can't tell me that there's not people coming in and saying, "Oh, well, these guys are playing. Could you do a yellow card?" And I'm sorry, that's probably Hong Kong, isn't it? Yeah. Could you do a yellow card in the 35th minute? I'm getting so fed up with it. It really, seeing all of the stuff on Facebook and on social media about the lower league teams now and the non-league teams, how they're getting so much more support and it looks so much more fun and people actually care about each other, not just about money. It's really leading me to the team that I used to follow when I couldn't afford to go to Spurs is Barnet, and apparently they're moving back to the borough because they had to leave the borough to go to another stadium.
Yeah.
So I'm really considering I'll always support Spurs. Spurs are in my blood. But if I go back to England and I want to get a match, want to catch a match, I don't think I'm going to go to Tottenham again. What's the point? It's Bell and Hare next door to the stadium, £10 for a pint.
You're joking.
Are you serious?
You go into the stadium, there's a lot of tourists, let's just say. And we had tourists at White Hart Lane, but not as many as now. I remember a few years ago being surrounded by Norwegians, and usually the Norwegians are, pretty good. There was one girl who all she was saying, "Oh, I can't wait till half time. I'm going to go get some popcorn," because I understand Danish, so I can understand Norwegian as well. And it was like, okay, so it's a day out, but it's kind of ruining the football that I grew up with, where you went to support your team. And, Kev more so, because you didn't get many day trippers out when you had to piss in a trough at Anfield or something like that, did you?
Nah.
You went for the football. You didn't go for the day out. So
I think that would be a better experience for foreign people coming over and wanting a proper good old English day out at the football. Bring back pissing in the trough. That's what it's all about. This is where it's come from.
Yeah.
Who would you think that they wouldn't like that? How do we know they wouldn't like that?
I was talking to a Liverpool supporter. He's only a young lad on Thursday, Friday. He was my physio, one of the physios, a trainee physio. And I said, "Well, who do you support?" He said, "Liverpool." I said, "Oh yeah, you're like all my cousins in Ireland. They all support Liverpool." I said, I've been to Liverpool more times than all of them put together. I've been there about 20 times, And he said, I said, and then there was the other physio who was an Arsenal fan. Yeah. The boss man was an Arsenal. I told you about him last week. Yeah. Anyway, he said, the Kop's not the same anymore. Because it's an all-seater now. When I used to go there in the 80s, it was like a wave of bodies rolling forward, backwards. And I suppose then we had the Hillsborough, which changed everything. But in them days, it was all controllable. Even at Wembley in the 1981 Cup final, I was up in the top of tier. I ended up like 30 feet away from where I started when the goal went in, Ricky Villa's goal went in, because it was just mayhem. Arms and legs everywhere, and you were upside down, lost all your mates in that sort of. There must be 1,000 people in that pen, and you found them outside afterwards. But it didn't matter. The euphoria was there, the bliss was there, and the celebration was there. But the downside is obviously it's health and safety. So but the Kop was a great place to be. Even
downside is might die. Yeah.
Downside he might die.
That just goes to show that nobody gave a fuck about any of the people in England back in the 80s.
No.
Especially not Margaret Thatcher, but we won't go on to that.
Yeah. But it was part of the day out, the rough and tumble on the terrace. I don't mean fighting. I mean, when you scored, it was pure bliss, and there was no thinking, VAR, is it really a goal, or something like that, It was instant, instant gratification.
Yeah.
The thing is, if we all, as a collective, we all start supporting our local team. Everybody's got their own local team, no matter where you are. Mine's Stockton Town, which I used to go to all the time. I've got the scarf and everything. Northern Premier League, East Division, way at the top, looking to get promoted and all that. Nice. I don't go anymore because they've invited and made a big thing of inviting the local Tory scum into the ground. But and despite being getting thrown all over him, he still comes. So I don't go anymore because I'm not gonna give him money whilst he's there. But it's a brilliant day out. It's pure football. You're right up close to the action. It's really entertaining and it's got a lot more comedy value sometimes as well. So and it's for I think ours is expensive. It's like a tenner for what it is, but it's still up close and personal, proper, passionate football, and you're still saving money on going to Spurs anyway. Spurs and watching Spurs on TV or however you want to watch the Spurs games is better anyway, because in the stadium, of course, when something like VAR happens, you haven't got a clue what's going on in the stadium, whereas you have watching it on the stream or TV or whatever.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay then, season ticket holder, you've been levied.
Again.
6% rise on season tickets this year, and the news that they are, I'm not 100% sure. I've read somewhere that they're getting rid of concessions completely in 2026, or they're dumbing it down from this season from I think 45%, and then next season's going to be 35% or something like that. But how can anyone say that Levy has any connection to this football club? People who've been going, people who are 60, maybe 63, or they're 60 today. They've been supporting the team for God knows how long, and they know that in the future they're going to have to pay full price. This is good.
I'll stop you there, Jens. I've got mates of mine who are my age, 68, 67, 68, 69, and they have concessions at the moment.
Yeah.
And I was working it out with a lad the other day, one of my mates, Frankie, and they've seen over 1,000 Spurs games around the country, around Europe. More than that. I've seen probably 400, but they've been going 30 years more than me because I packed up in the early 90s going to regular matches. They've gone everywhere, every week throughout. From the 1960s to now, 56 years and 57 years of going to football. And they've seen that amount of football, that amount of over 1,000, probably 1,200, 1,400, some of them. They don't miss a game, whether it be Middlesbrough away on a Wednesday night or the furthest ends of Europe. They go to every damn game, And they fit in around their lifestyles and their work and their marriages and divorces. But, they go all their games and they think they cut adrift now, and they've had their think, they think, oh, this is great. We get it for our price now after all these years, and it ain't going to be there anymore,
Yeah. I've been thinking this, right? Why Levy has done this is because a lot of the senior citizen concession season ticket holders, right? They don't go to all the games. They get the tickets at half price, right? And then when they don't go to the games, right, they resell back their ticket on the ticket exchange or personally, whatever. They get back the full price. They make that profit there. So what I'm seeing now is, right, Levy don't want you guys to make their money.
They're stealing money from Levy. Oh my God, a fucking multi-millionaire and an old age pensioner is stealing 24 quid from him. Fuck off.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's what I guess it is, right? Yeah. But I don't know. They say this is the new trend, right? Even Arsenal has.
Yeah. Well, they've raised theirs by 10%.
Yeah.
Pardon?
And removed, right?
Okay. So shall we have a devil's advocate then? Because obviously, I mean, I don't know. From the point of view of what the club have said is that they can no longer sustain not rising the prices, and they've fixed that up. I mean, I don't know where we're going to find somebody who's specifically against Levy or Enoch. We have to. Well, maybe next week we'll maybe be able to find someone who's Levy out, but I don't know. But from that other side of point of view, that's what they're saying is that this is aside from the senior citizens discount and all that. We've not put prices up for a while, so we can't absorb that cost anymore.
I'm sure they can absorb the cost if Levy just took the half a pay cut, right, per season.
But I just think it's complete bullshit. I think there is no rising cost of what. You've put the price up on everything else, like concessions and beer and everything. You've got your own fucking brewery in the stadium. Do you know what I mean? Where's the cost?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The team is on.
Cario, Porro, Ramiro, Van der Ven, Udogi, Sarr, Basuma, Madison, Kulisevsky, Son,
I'm right.
Johnson.
Yeah, we got
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah, can we type that up and get it on the banner?
Just one moment.
But I don't understand where the cost. I mean, fair enough if there is a cost, and fair enough putting the prices up slightly. But do you know it's the same? It's the same round here. Like
Bentancur's on the subs. Yeah, Bentancur and Werner are subs. Yeah.
Middlesbrough put their season ticket prices up by a significant amount, and it's like, well, it's kind of different from the fans here because they're all saying, well, considering last season and this season, we're expecting more from our buck, not playing the way that they've been playing. But Middlesbrough have frozen their prices for the past few years.
You know that there are fans who says, Levy hasn't raised the season ticket prices in 4 years, and since it is 6% raise now, we will just take it as a 1.5% per annum till now. You see, so there are people who will try to justify some of these. I understand the business part. You get what I'm saying? He has to make money, to make profit, to pay for the stadium, the blah, 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 and all that. But the problem is that a lot of fans are dissatisfied now, no? You're saying that if you give us a couple of cups along the way, right, then the fans will say that, no, at least we've won something. We're willing to pay for it. And the money that we pay for is going back into the squad, to improve the squad, to bring us to a highest level. But we have seen us spend money for nothing, which isn't the fans' fault, right? Because you buy the shit players like Ndombele, who else you said? Even the Brian Hill Lamela deal was sketchy, right? We paid like what 20 million pounds for Hill with Lamela going to time was Sevilla or was it Villarreal, right? For Hill to come over, right? And now how much are we going to sell Hill for? Is Hill worth 45 million pounds? Nah. Right? So you lose money there again. And don't forget, you sacked Poch, you sacked Mourinho, you sacked Nuno, you sacked Conte. You add up all that money there, right?
The payouts.
The fans, the prices of the tickets shouldn't be so high.
Right? So what you're saying, Eugene, is it's his own bad business dealings that have got to this
accountability.
point.
Yeah,
on the football side.
Accountability. Yeah. Instead of getting a pay rise last year, right, an extra 500,000 quid, right, to make him the highest paid chairman in more or less the whole football pyramid in the world, right? So why doesn't he get a pay cut, right? If Levy comes out and says that, okay, I'm going to raise the 6%, right, but I'm going to sit back and I'm going to get a 20% pay cut from my salary, right? Because I've not delivered anything apart from just the stadium. I don't have any trophies. That would be fair. But when you say things like, now especially, I'm sure you guys in the UK now, it's you guys are not going through a good time, right? It's inflation has gone crazy. I mean, a lot of people are losing their jobs, right? Those who can afford it will afford it. Those who can't afford it, that's what Levy's telling you. You can't pay the 6%, give it up. I've got 100,000 people lining up to get it. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
right. And of
There's
course,
only one person in the UK in this.
Has he though? I think we should just let this go the natural way that it's going to go, which is less and less people in the stadium. will start noticing the gap in the stadium.
And then and the worst part, right? A lot of fans are saying, "Oh, the international fans are to blame." But do you know, right? For me to go to London, I have to buy a plane ticket. Okay, that would cost me about.
I'll just walk, you lazy sod.
Swim.
I know. Walk on a swim there. Walk there or swim there.
Get a bike. Come on, Eugene. Terrible.
Yeah, you've got to get paid for it.
The amount of money for a foreign fan to actually go to watch a Spurs game, right, is not the ordinary international fan going there. Because the amount of money that you spend, right, you will have to spend at least, I mean, if you are an average worker, you won't be able. It's just a dream to go to London, right? Secondly, to buy the ticket to watch the game, that is another thing. You get it? Then when you go into the stadium, your beer is how much, your burger is how much, and if you go there as a foreign tourist, you will at least walk into the shop to buy at least one item. You get what I'm saying? So in the end of the day, it adds up in cost for us. And I can actually calculate it. In the end of the day, if you spend a week in London, go to the match, right? Spend a bit of money here and there to eat and all that, right? It might cost some average Malaysian half a year's salary.
Really?
Right? But if you are rich, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's all that Levy wants. Rich people. Doesn't give a fuck about the normal fans. He couldn't care less.
I almost feel like there should be like some kind of, I don't know, maybe this is just a pipe dream, some kind of campaign just to, Levy removed or something. I mean, maybe we can start something.
It's been going on for a long time, but no one wants to join in.
We're not the only ones. That's the thing. At least we could say that. Maybe we can like get some sort of union of fans amongst the different football teams to do something about it.
I think the only way at this moment, right, unless all the football fans in the whole of the UK, right, pressure the government to force, right, a German model back onto the EPL. That's how I see it, right? Make the fans the owner of the club. It doesn't be 100%. At least a majority owner of the club at 51%, right? At least the fans will have a say, right? While all these rich owners won't, be pulling your, whatever they are pulling.
It's a good idea, but again, speaking as the only UK resident on this pod, I'm going to say that we are the most apathetic country. That you cannot understate how apathetic this country is. It's fucking embarrassing. So it's never going to happen.
Simon, and it's not just the UK, right? Just look at Spurs. I'm very close to all the Levy out people, right? And whenever they protest, right, you will just go down the high street and you have a look. You can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
That's it. Right.
Did you? I don't know if you read it the other day in regards to the cap that they were putting on for the away fans in the Premier League. So the away fans now pay £30 whichever thing they go to. And guess who was the only one who protested that? This guy does not give a monkeys about our club. It's all he said it in that interview at the start. Yeah, we have no passion here. It's all about money. Football is a worldwide phenomenon, and we are here to make money.
The thing is, I think even if he got booted out, he wouldn't give a toss, would he? Because he's minted. So was
minted already.
Dry as he is with his pound notes. What the fuck?
Euro notes. Come on,
that's a dated reference. Pound notes. Jesus,
loads of money.
Pound notes. And for all you kids out there, that pound, instead of pound coins, there used to be pound notes.
Used to be pound notes, yeah.
Anyway,
when you were in England, you must remember pound notes.
Yeah, pound notes. I know now they changed them all to now £1 coins, right? £1 coins, £2 coins, £5 coins. Do you get £5 coins?
No, I don't. Well, I don't know. Do we?
You do, but they're more like collectors.
Okay.
But the £1 and £2 coins still exist, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was surprised all the notes are all plastic now, aren't they? So,
Yes.
Shall we have a look at this lineup then?
Yep, let's go.
I've just done it there. So
Poro. See, how can you two be predicting a loss when we've got Poro in the side? Come on, man.
Okay, it's rolling. Yep, here we go. Vicario, Poro, BDV, Romero, Udogi, Star, Basuma, Johnson, Madison, Kulu, and Son. Subs, we have Austin, Davis, Royal, Dragusin, Højbjerg, Lo Celso, Bentancur, Werner, and Scarlett.
I like that.
Okay, wait, guys. So Johnson will be on the right wing. Who's playing the left wing?
Well, that'd probably be Sar, wouldn't it? So it's like
I think Kulu will play. Well, Johnson will play on the left, I'd say, because Kulu will play right.
I prefer to see Kulu on the left, actually. See what he can do.
No, I've never seen Johnson play on the left.
We predicted that, didn't we? Sar instead of Bentancur. We did well there.
Yeah, we predicted
that. In that case, I reckon Vicario's playing on the left. Johnson's in goal. And Sar's up front with Son as centre back.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Sorry.
Why didn't I see that?
We'll see. Very surprised to see Werner out though, especially obviously.
Unless he's got.
Especially after Postecoglou was bigging him up massively during the week as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think it's a tactical thing. thing.
Okay, guys, formation. What do you think we'll be playing? Is this still going to be the 4-2-3-1?
I would have thought so.
Well, that's the thing. Because of this, the unexpected exclusion of Werner, I think Ange's got a very, very specific plan. So I don't think there's something. It's literally a case of like Bentancur and Werner coming on if need be, which means that I've got a plan here, and if that plan fails, then you're coming on. But I don't think I need you, So,
sorry. According to my app, Villa are going Martinez, Konsa right back, Longley and Torres in the middle, Digne left back, Matty Cash right midfield. McGinn, Luis in the middle, Bailey on the left hand side, Tielemans attacking midfielder, Watkins up front, Matty Cash at right midfield.
Yeah, I've got that. So
you've slung him in anyway.
Yes, Matty Cash playing.
Yep.
Yeah, well, apparently he can play right midfield, but that'll be interesting.
Torres is in.
Yes, yeah.
Tielemans on the left.
Anyway, before we leave, because I know that Kev has to go and perform massive amounts of sacrifices and rituals and stuff like that.
All those virgins.
You got to catch chicken.
Yeah.
I'd just like to say it is a sad day in the Højsgaard household. It's official. I've lost the battle.
For TV?
No, my daughter is going to watch Ajax today with her auntie. I've tried. Yeah, okay. I always thought she was a little bit too young to take her to White Hart Lane. The Tottenham Stadium. Levy Wonderland, whatever you want to call it.
Levy Bowl.
And last night we got a phone call, and my wife said, "Do you want to go and watch your Dutch team play against Ajax?" And I said, "Well, what time is it?" She said, "Well, 2:30 tomorrow." I said, "I'm sorry, Spurs are on the telly." And she said, "Oh, okay, then Auntie Stave wants to take Olivia. What do you think about that?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I did have an awful lot of money in my bank account to transfer to my daughter, and she was going to get some of my inheritance, but now she's been cut out."
But Jens, you still can get her to become a Spurs fan, right? You can have two teams, right? One in Holland and one in England.
You should see the amount of Spurs shirts and Spurs jackets and Spurs bottles, and she's a member. She gets all these presents every year. And I've tried, but today is a sad day in the Hoyscard household, and R.I.P.
All right, it's 1:30. It's 1:30 our time. I'm just looking at it. Yeah.
You never know. She might come back to the fold one day.
Yeah, you never know.
I've never even heard of the other team they're playing.
That's my Dutch team, Fortuna Sittard. Fortuna Sittard. They're down in the south of the Netherlands. It's not a very long story why I support them. I used to play a online football game where they used to choose a team for you, and I got Fortuna Sittard, and so that's just been my Dutch team.
So wondering how do you end up with that Dutch team, right? Of all the
exactly.
How about,
well, I'm just glad I didn't get finaled because they're cockroaches. But anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I hope Ajax get absolutely thrashed.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Don't tell that to the missus or the rest of the family, or I hope they're not watching. Well, funny enough, I'm looking up in the corner and we have 0 viewers at the moment. So I think it's time to wrap it up, chaps. Let's go and sharpen that knife.
Everybody's doing their sacrifices. That's why.
I can't watch along with you, Eugene, because I watch on a stream and it's delayed by about 30-40 seconds. So I'll be behind everything, you know.
No, don't worry, guys, because my watch along, right? It doesn't matter. Right? You can be 2 minutes ahead of us, 5-10 minutes ahead of us, and we will just we just enjoy the company while we watch how good or how bad Spurs are.
I watched your last. I watched your last watch along. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any other business plugs and sacrifices?
Yeah. No.
Get down.
No other business.
Yeah, all right.
Back to Saturday next week, are we or not? I can't remember. Is it Fulham or something? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Next week.
No, I don't know.
Let me check next week. What do we have next week?
Don't forget, everybody, look on the Facebook page for RickyVillaTV.
5:30 next Saturday at Fulham.
You'll see links to Persuasion TV and our YouTube channels and all that kind of stuff on there. Get on the Facebook group, ASNP. And then you can also comment in when we slag our team off at half-time for being 3-0 down. So, no. What am I talking about?
That's the optimism I like.
I forgot myself. Sorry. I forgot myself there.
I'd also like to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers who are here, there, or not here anymore. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on,
guys. I'm doing a watch along at 8:45 my time. 2:45 your time. I'm not sure whether Jens is going to join me, Simon. If you want to link.
If the wife's not here, I should be, but I'm not sure. I think she'll be back about 2. So
I'll do the next one next week.
And Simon, if you want to join me, you just pick up the link from Jens. I think I've sent Jens the link for the stream, right?
I'll send it. I'll send it over to you. I don't think I've got your phone number, Simon. So I got it on WhatsApp. So Eugene, could you send it via Messenger as well? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys.
Okay. Nice one.
And as always,
okay.
Leave you out. Come on, you Spurs.
I'm on you, Spurs.